aims to provide free metered electricity connections to poor, weakened immune function, and increase.
No, potato sprouts are not likely to cause death, but they can cause illness if consumed in large quantities due to the presence of toxic compounds like solanine. Solanine can lead to symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and headaches, and in severe cases, neurological issues. Explanation: solanine. Sprouts and green parts of potatoes contain higher levels of solanine, a naturally occurring glycoalkaloid. Toxicity. Solanine is toxic to humans in large amounts and can cause various symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and headaches. Safety. Eating potatoes with sprouts or green parts should be avoided, as they can be more toxic. Storage. Store potatoes in a cool, dark, and dry place to prevent sprouting and the accumulation of solanine. Symptoms. Symptoms of solanine poisoning can include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, and in severe cases, neurological issues. Treatment. If you experience symptoms after eating sprouted potatoes, seek medical advice. Prevention. Remove sprouts and green parts of potatoes before cooking or eating. Sprouted potatoes contain higher levels of glycoalkaloids, which can be toxic to humans when eaten in excess. Health problems linked to eating sprouted potatoes range from stomach upset to heart and nervous system problems, and, in severe cases, even death. Are sprouted potatoes safe to eat? When left in storage for too long, potatoes can begin to sprout, creating debate as to whether eating them is safe. On one hand, some consider sprouted potatoes perfectly safe to eat, as long as you remove the sprouts. On the other, many warn that sprouted potatoes are toxic and cause food poisoning, and potentially even death. This article reviews the research to determine whether eating sprouted potatoes is safe. Why sprouted potatoes may be dangerous to eat. Potatoes are a natural source of solanine and chaconine, two glycoalkaloid compounds naturally found in various other foods, including eggplants and tomatoes. 1. In small amounts, glycoalkaloids may offer health benefits, including antibiotic properties and blood sugar and cholesterol-lowering effects. However, they can become toxic when eaten in excess. 1. To trusted source. As a potato sprouts, its glycoalkaloid content begins to rise. Therefore, eating potatoes that have sprouted can cause you to ingest excessive amounts of these compounds. Symptoms typically appear within a few hours to up to 1 day after eating the sprouted potatoes. At lower doses, excess glycoalkaloid consumption typically leads to vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. When consumed in larger amounts, they can cause low blood pressure, a rapid pulse, fever, headaches, confusion, and in some cases, even death. 1. To trusted source. What's more, a few small studies suggest that eating sprouted potatoes during pregnancy may increase the risk of birth defects. Therefore, pregnant women may particularly benefit from avoiding sprouted potatoes. Can you remove toxic compounds from sprouted potatoes? Glycoalkaloids are especially concentrated in a potato's leaves, flowers, eyes, and sprouts. In addition to sprouting, physical damage, greening, and a bitter taste are 3 signs that a potato's glycoalkaloid content may have risen dramatically. 1. Hence, discarding the sprouts, eyes, green skin, and bruised parts may help reduce your risk of toxicity. Furthermore, peeling and frying may help reduce glycoalkaloid levels, although boiling, baking, and microwaving appear to have little effect. 1. 5. Trusted source. That said, it's currently unclear whether these practices are sufficient to adequately and consistently protect you from glycoalkaloid toxicity. For this reason, the National Capital Poison Center, also known as poison control, suggests it may be best to toss potatoes that have sprouted or turned green. 6. How to keep potatoes from sprouting. One of the best ways to reduce sprouting in potatoes is to avoid stockpiling them, and only buy them when you have plans to use them. In addition, discarding damaged potatoes and ensuring that the remaining ones are fully dry before storing them in a cool, dry, dark place may also reduce the likelihood of sprouting. 7. Trusted source. Anecdotal reports suggest that storing potatoes with onions should also be avoided, as putting the two together may accelerate sprouting, although there is currently no scientific evidence to support this practice. The bottom line: sprouted potatoes contain higher levels of glycoalkaloids, which can be toxic to humans when eaten in excess. Health problems.